So the beginning of this, the beginning of your worldly problems, they start from the spiritual, right? So what happens? Because this cube that we get put in, right? This cube is also with this Y here, is symbolic of the question that we're going to have when we get here. And most people, and when it comes to a certain point, it's like what they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's a lot of people who lose their childlike youth and questioning nature of where they're at. They feel like they know it all. They don't have to explore anymore, right? Nonetheless, that traps you in this cube, right? And that's your spirit doing that, which the spirit takes on the 6 and the physical body is the 5. So you trap yourself spiritually first, right? And then what happens to the body? Now, here's what happens. So here's how this basically starts to pan out. All right, Earth, even the word Ea, Sumerians called the fire was Ea. That word meant fire. So EA is in our Earth, and if that doesn't make sense to you, man, maybe tune in for another video. But the fact that EA is in the word Earth, it means we already know that this place is hot. I mean, we're mammals ourselves. We're not the fish or, the reptiles, the cold-blooded beings. So to us, in our mind, this world is what we call Earth, or hot. In fact, we even keep a hot temperature ourselves, like 98.6. That's nothing to play with. That's pretty hot. So we are known as a flame, occultically. When you see flames, that's basically the human body. I won't say human, but that is akin to the body, a flame. That's what they're called, the Ish man, the Ish. So I have this fire here, and there are other elements to this, but what happens is when you don't control this fire, because what that's akin to is going to be a lot of passion here. It's going to be a lot of drive, a lot of burning, a lot of yearning, a lot of desire, a lot of, all the hot stuff. And maybe that's the positive ones, but there's a couple of hot things that you don't really want to be involved in, like getting angry. A certain heat builds up in your lower self, right? So remember, this is the end of, or rather the source of all of your worldly problems, right? When you get into this pentagram and you get pent up, that's why they call you the pentagram, because you actually get pent up with a lot of energy. And if you're not actually mindful about what's coming into your field, your aura, then no cleansing, all this stuff, it ends up being toxic. It's kind of like when you have stuff sit in you and it spoils. And what happens is either stuff spoils in you or it basically kind of grabs a hold of your body. Because remember, there's always a battle between the spirit and the body. But what is there never a battle with? The mind. You're the only one that battles with your mind, but the spirit and the body are almost didactically opposed to each other. Like they're set up to be in conflict, and the mind is the thing that's in the middle, the trinary aspect that brings all this together. So